Waking up this morning with potential tropical cyclone 8 drenching the Carolina coast. We have tropical storm warnings up from Charleston to Beaufort, North Carolina. Schools are already shifting to virtual learning days. Once it's done bringing heavy rain and gusty winds to the coast, it will move inland, and that means the impacts for the Mid-Atlantic as we head over the next few days, really the Mid-Atlantic to the Appalachians. This is America's Morning Headquarters. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams alongside meteorologist Kelly Cass and Jim Cantori. Jim, let's get to an overview, and I think it's always a good idea to start with, what the heck is a PTC?
Well, let's see. This is
A rip current risk, and we do have a high to the north, and then we have our low pressure. That gives us that pressure gradient that Kelly was talking about. It's like putting your thumb at the end of a hose. Everything just goes faster. What I'm most concerned about is the fact that on the Carolinas here, we have terrible weather. Not many people are going to go in the water. I think the issue is north and south of the storm, where you have the sunshine, you're going to get fooled by the nice weather, but there's that hidden danger in the water. So you've got to keep that in mind. Rip currents don't come with just cloudy, rainy days. They can come with sunny days as well. Coastal flooding, that's going to be an issue. That's obviously a temporary inundation of seawater over normally dry land. You can get it from onshore winds, surge, tide. We've got all of them with this system. And of course, those events are increasing with the changing climate. Our wave heights, I mean, you could get 7 to 10 foot waves out there. That, of course, churns up the water, and all the, wind is going to push the water 1 to 3 feet, which isn't a lot. But as I just showed you in that video, a lot of these areas are basically in the water to begin with, so it does make a big difference. And you can see that our waters come up here anywhere from ½ a foot to nearly a foot there in Springmaid Pier, and also up towards Hatteras as well. So here's your wave forecast. This is going to keep pounding the beaches, give us a little bit of erosion. And because this system has kind of been there for a while, and we have that pressure gradient, it's going to, I think, really cause a lot of problems for us. There are a look at your tropical storm warnings, and I think that our gusts will be around 50 miles an hour, 40, 50 miles an hour. That's at the coast, but also on the lakes. A lot of lakes here. Think about those wide open spaces as we go through the day. You're still going to see those gusty winds. It stays breezy as we head into tomorrow here. We could probably see a few spotty power outages with some of these stronger gusts, and if you have saturated grounds. And a lot of areas here do not need the rain. Again, we just had Debbie, and we don't really have drought issues here. There's some spots that are a little below average. But overall, Jim, we don't really need the rain here.
Not there, but farther west.
Thanks for staying with us on America's Morning Headquarters. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams alongside meteorologist Kelly Cass and Jim Cantori. Heavy rain, gusty winds, high waves slamming the Carolina coast this morning with potential tropical cyclone 8. Triggering storm warnings, I should say, anywhere from Charleston to Beaufort, North Carolina. This system is already causing schools to keep their kids home, and the impacts are not only going to be felt in the Outer Banks, but rain is going to be moving much farther inland, bringing impacts to the Mid-Atlantic, all the way to the Appalachians over the next few days. Jim, this thing is sheared on the south side, so we're getting most of the rain there on the north side.
We are. And
more about those winds. Now, as this comes ashore, it is going to be experiencing more friction, though we could see gusts 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, even in some of those thunderstorms that come in, not just from where we're seeing the strongest storm. As Jim was mentioning, you can kind of see that spin trying to happen here on the radar. You see that right there? That's where he was talking about. So you can actually get a really good view of it with this radar coming in. And it looks like that as that pulls ashore, it is going to be very slowly moving. It is really the whole thing is kind of very slowly moving. But here's 7 a.m. Notice the center a little bit farther south on this model coming in. But regardless of where it comes in, we're still going to get the rain. We're still going to get those gusty winds, not only within the system, but these cells that move ashore that also give us a small tornado threat with this as they move on shore, not only for our Tuesday as well, and kind of linger as we head into our Wednesday as this thing winds down and it's away from its moisture source. 5 to 8+ inches. And remember, this area doesn't really need any more rain. There are some spots that are slightly below average, but we just had Debbie last month. It felt like last year, right? It's been a heck of a month here. But there are your winds, 30, 35, 40, maybe even 50 miles an hour, some of that getting inland. Look at Fayetteville. That's considered inland, gusting to 50 miles an hour potentially. And remember, we are going to see downpours with this system. So today is really going to be the worst day with it. Charlotte, you could see some of that heavier rain coming in. We're dry right now. We just have that cloud cover. But expect the clouds to thicken and the rain to start coming down as we go into our early afternoon, and then especially as we head into our evening hours here, as everything kind of winds inward. And as it does, it really starts to just slow down for us here and then just keep us cloudy and wet. As we take you into the Charlotte area, gusts here 30, 40. Again, you can see a 50-mile-an-hour gust for us here as we head into the evening hours. Waking up this morning to potential tropical cyclone 8 drenching the Carolina coast. We have tropical storm warnings up from Charleston to Beaufort, North Carolina. Schools are already shifting to virtual learning days. And once it's done bringing heavy rain and gusty winds to the coast, it will move inland. That means impacts for the mid-Atlantic over the next few days. This is America's Morning Headquarters, and I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams. This morning I'm joined by Jim Cantori and Kelly Cass, and meteorologist Lynette Charles will join us live at 8 a.m. from Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. So you might be waking up and say, what? And what is a PTC? Jim, this is somewhat new still. So I just kind of maybe give everyone a rundown of exactly what a PTC is.
Well, first of all, consider